Alright y'all, in this video I'm going to show you something. This right here is a number 12-3 with ground wire. It's a UF wire, which means it's a burial wire. UF stands for underfield. And I'm going to show you how I strip it down to copper with this machine here. And it's pretty easy. A lot of practice got me to this point, so just keep an open mind for a minute, and you may enjoy the video playing in the background more. I don't know, but here we go. We're going to take it, we're going to put it on a slight angle where it meets the angle in here that these rollers are on. Catch that, push it in, let the blade catch into the outer coating. We're going to pull it out, turn it around where the cut side is down in our hand. We're going to run it back through. And now we've got our piece of wire out. And we're going to, just while we got a minute, we're going to take that, pull it off. We go to the other side. Right through. Take it, roll it back over. That cut side is to the outside. It's going to be in the bottom of this groove. Push it in. Helps push out that piece of wire. Take a second. Pop that side off as well. Now we're left, we got our ground here and we got our red wire here, and what we're going to do is whichever side is the cleanest, we're going to push down to the inside, and we're going to try and, if you saw that, we're going to try and go for the middle of it, but we'll just see how it works. Turn it over like we did the first two, push it back through. Now we got a ground wire out pretty easy on this piece. We're going to turn it over, so the red wire is down to the bottom. It's already broke out a little bit there, so we're going to run it through and do it both sides. It's going to wobble a little bit, and that's fine. That'll work out for you. It'll help actually break down this exterior coating. So then we're going to take it, and it's got some nicking in it, which is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, just run it back down through the middle, turn it over, do it again. And what do we have? Piece of wire. Just a piece of piece of copper wire. Decoded. Run our white through there really quick. Probably, yep. So this is what happens when you're bored scrapping, or bored scrapper, and you've got material to work with and you're trying to do YouTube videos. You kind of review everything all at once. So I got another piece real quick. We'll just do it again. Again, match our angle in there. It's always better to have this machine running if you got one like this. Put it on the angle, push it in, let it get caught between the blade and the roller. Pull it out, turn it over. So it comes out like this. You just turn it over, push it back in, pull your wire out. We'll just do this for fun. Turn it over, catch the other side, rotate it, come back. Now we've got it out. Maybe we can pull it right there. And then we're going to push it back in. And what we're sort of doing in this one is we're trying to rotate it in there a little bit so it kind of catches the middle and kind of breaks both sides of it. That got our ground wire out that time. So now we're left with our red wire. And we're going to repeat the process, kind of rotate it around. And this time we did enough damage, we can just pull it out. And then we're going to put our red wire through. Let it just come on through. It's de-skinned enough, and just pull it off. It's pretty simple if you get the hang of it. Almost through my copper wire, that wouldn't be good. Take it in, rotate it. Just do it again. And we can just pull it off. I have seen some other scrappers, they use a piece and it's just this right here, and it's on its own little stand, and it's got a hand cranker, you can put a drill on it. This machine was about $200 when I got it off of a particular online store that's named after a rainforest or slash river. It's well worth it, and it saves your arm. It keeps you from having to plug a drill in or charge batteries for a drill or anything like that. So if you've got a lot of wire, which I deal with a lot of wire, this is the way to go. Now, if you get 10 pounds of wire a year and you're just stripping it as you get it, yeah, the hand crank's probably going to be better. But if you get a lot of wire, you deal with a lot of wire, you deal with a lot of large wire, I would recommend just getting a stripper, a motorized stripper. This one came with, I think it's a 1/4 horsepower motor. This is not the finest on the block, but it has done pretty well for me. And in here there's a capacitor, and if the capacitor ever goes bad, I could probably change it and this thing will probably come back to life. And if all else fails and this thing just completely dies, this body's aluminum, there's a motor right here, there's wire right here. You can salvage this for scrap as well. In the future, depending on how much wire I get, I'm looking to upgrade from this to a different brand, and it'll have a larger motor on it, and it'll have a different setup right here. It'll have a better, larger setup. This one comes with some guards. There's a couple of guards. This is the normal one that's on it, but as you can see, you can't fit. That number 12 wire is larger than my finger, and I can't get my finger through there. So, but this works pretty well. Change it upside down for when you have different size wires. If you got it single-stranded, just a quick thing, if you've got it single-stranded, it really doesn't hurt to go and you got a smaller single strand, put it through the lower, have it set up like this where it comes up and it kind of has to pull, the wire has to pull over this shaft that's spinning with these wheels, because then it actually has to grab a hold of it. If you put it up high, this isn't going to catch that wire, so it's not going to work as efficiently like that. So if you set it up like this, and just for instance, you take a wire and you put it down here from a lower angle and you push up, now you've got these wheels pulling on the wire, so it forces it under that blade. Cuts a lot better most of the time. So keep that in mind, and it's actually a safety thing for that they'd be on. But like I said, if I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, can't have it on there. It just, this does not work well for that, especially when I mess with larger wire that's on a 2-wire and 3-wire setup. So, but there you go. That's my little, I guess, product review and lesson for you on this. I highly recommend that. Like I said, if you got a lot of wire, I would look into one of these motorized wire strippers. It'll save you a lot of time, a lot of headache, and it'll save your hands and you from a lot of injury if you've got guards on it, and keeps you away from having to use, you know, a good old razor knife or just a regular knife, because this will slice you and dice you really well. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope to see some more of y'all soon. Have a good evening.